Hey, what's happening? Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Let There Be Talk. Today, a different style of episode. Spicer's down at the E3 video game convention, playing fucking games, a grown man. Pew, 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 pew. And couldn't make it today. So I said, I don't care. I'm going down there. All things comedy, maybe take some calls. But what I plan to do is I'm going to drop a bonus episode on Thursday. This will be the front of it. And then my guest is Jenny Wade, who is an incredible actress. And you can check her out on Twitter and Instagram, Jenny J. Wade. She's done so much work, man. I mean, it's crazy when you meet people in this biz and they just work nonstop, like my boy Mike Beach. People always getting projects. It's great. She's a guest. She grew up in Oregon on a kind of a culty church kind of thing she talks about. So we get into religious cults. She plays banjo. Banjo, pretty fucking crazy. And she's good. Plays down at Largo. And she also is super cool. So that'll be after this little mini Let There Be Talk No Spicer episode. I was just want to talk about what's going on here today. Wait, we got a call. We'll grab that and then we'll get into it. Hey, what's going on? Who's calling?
Dean, how you doing, man?
Who's that?
Hard jetting up from Twitter.
What's going on, man?
Hey, man.
Where you live?
Nothing, bro. I'm in New York, bro.
Oh, yeah. I'm coming out to New York.
County. Yeah, hang on a sec.
You there?
Yeah, I'm up in Westchester County.
I'm coming out to New York.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that. I'm going away the 23rd of July.
Yeah, well,
for that week. Is that when you were coming?
No, well, I'm in Toronto on July 22, 23, and then doing the corner, if you guys live in Toronto. Then I'm coming to New York for like 2 weeks. So I get there on the 26th, and I'll be there till August 8th. And,
okay, so I'll come up there on that August week then.
That'll be great. We're going to be doing shows and also podcasting with a bunch of New York guests.
Awesome, man. That's great.
I got Don Jameson's going to do it. Try to get Artie Lang and Jim Norton, stuff like that. And maybe some New York musicians, different people from the East Coast that I don't see much. Yep.
Hey, I just wanted to say also, I'm listening right now to the Butch Walker podcast.
Oh, yeah.
And it's fresh in my mind that you opened up talking about the guy in Orlando killing everybody and the hate and why people hate and all that.
Oh, yeah, it's horrible, man. Just Orlando.
Yeah.
The more, it's crazy. I feel like I can't turn on the internet now. Every day, it's just these tragedies. It's just horrible.
Yeah, exactly. And I was going to say that guy's ISIS, though, so don't forget that part of it,
He's ISIS?
Yeah, he's definitely, he was yelling out that one of those praise Allah Akbar shit, something crazy like that, and now they're saying that he was definitely pledging allegiance to ISIS.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I just wait on stuff like that because they jumped on that right away,
Yeah, but if you say you're something, that doesn't mean you are something.
Yeah, right.
I mean, they're a comic.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter what you are. If you're, to me, that was a hate crime. If you're going and taking out a certain community, and like I don't like to dwell on it because it's just such a heavy topic for podcasting, and it can go down a rabbit hole of just hours and hours, and it becomes hot buttons of people talking about gun control. It becomes religion, sexuality, anything becomes these things I try to stay away from because there's nothing but people that sit home and they're angry, and they just like to get on the internet and fire stuff up. So I like I always say, promote what's great, not what you hate. You know.
Exactly. Yeah, I hear you.
It's crazy out there. But you know, as the election gets closer and anger happens and stuff, it's crazy out there, man. You know, I saw a clip. I sent it to a few friends on Instagram. It was on Instagram yesterday, and I wish I'll figure out how to repost it. And it was a clip of two people on motorcycles, and I guess they were riding, and they flipped a guy off that cut them off. So when they get to a stoplight, they're sitting at the stoplight. It's like a Blazer pulls up, and the guy's like, "Hey, fuck you!" And the guy on the bike's like, "Fuck you, man! Get out of the car!" And the guy in the car just runs him over.
Whoa.
Runs him and his lady over, full on camera. It's incredible. He mows over him like you ever see those footage of like Jeeps going over boulders and stuff? It's like that. He's just mowing over this guy and drives away. And I'm thinking to myself, first of all, they got you on camera. You're going to go to prison for that. For your 1 minute of rage, you're going to prison. That's attempted murder, you know? Why would you? I mean, I just don't, you know, like people, they got these short fuses, and they're not thinking, man, that is you're going to jail for that. You're going to prison. It's just crazy.
Absolutely.
You know?
It's a sick world. It's a sick world, man.
It is. That's why you got to just, I try to just enjoy the good stuff. You know, Sunday, Butch Walker and I went riding, and as I rode down the PCH and looked out at Malibu, I was like, hey, man, you know, I got to just take this in. It's almost like medication. If you get your face out of the phone and just start kind of reliving. I saw Tom Green today. I don't know if it was real, because Tom Green is a funny, wacky dude. But he had some kind of dumb little beginner's phone, and he said today it looked like for a child, it's like 5-year-olds or something, just buttons and a send and end. And he said, today's my first day of ending my addiction to smartphones. And he got rid of it, and he's going to just use this. Nothing to look at except the world. I think you become a funnier person, too, if you put down the phone, I think, you know? Because now you're starting to see shit.
Yeah, I hear you, man. The main thing I use the phone for is to keep up with my bands and listen to my podcasts and follow my sports teams. That's it. Yeah. And the news sucks.
Yeah. The news is, they only give you bad news. So I never see any good news, you know. And also, I was saying a couple of days to somebody, you know, you got to be out there and live your life, because who knows what's gonna happen, you know.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for calling in, dude. I look forward to seeing you and meeting you out there in New York.
Okay, Dean. I love the podcast, man. Keep it going. Love you, man.
Candles lit, buddy. Thank you. It's crazy. Crazy stuff out there. I'll tell you what's really crazy is today in L.A., it smells like somebody's welding the entire city. And I guess some kind of plant blew up overnight. It was like a
recycling plant.
A recycling plant. And it's just, I get up this morning to go running, and I'm like, whoa, what the fuck is that? It smells exact to when you weld. The entire city. And all I'm thinking is like, well, that's shedding some years off our lives. You know what I mean? There's no way that smell we're breathing it in. There's no way it's good for you.
No.
It smells exact to welding, and like a burnt metal. And it hasn't gone away yet. It's been burning for, I guess, 8 hours. It's crazy, man. Like just an explosion at a recycling plant. It's fucking the smell.
It's way out too. Like it's not close. It's in Vernon or wherever the hell that is.
I tell you what, I feel sorry for the people that it's close on because I'm huffing this, going like, this is insane. It's insane. Let's grab this call. Hey, what's going on? You're on the air. Who's calling?
Hey, Dean, this is Brad. How are you?
What's going on, Brad? Where are you at today?
I'm up in Ventura, just north of you guys, heading into work.
Right on, man. You smelling that blown up recycling plant?
No, where'd that happen?
Oh, up here in L.A. somewhere, man. It just smells like the world's getting welded.
Oh, shit. No, I haven't smelled any of that.
Yeah, man. What do you do up there in Ventura? Where do you work?
I work at one of the hospitals. I'm with the surgery team, so I'm got the night shift tonight.
What are you, a doctor?
No, I'm just a technician, work on instrumentation and infection control stuff and all that.
How do you like living up in Ventura? I like it up there a lot, man.
Dean, we live in Oxnard. That's where my house is.
I know where that is.
And, it's a mile off of the beach. I played hooky yesterday and went fishing,
Yeah.
I grew up in the Midwest, so I'm kind of living the life out here, man. It's a great place to raise a family, and I lived in San Diego a long time, so I like it up here. It's a little slower, not as many people at least. But.
Yeah. I often fantasize about tapping out, and I talk to a lot of people. I talk about it a lot, and I always wondered if I would get bored, just like poof, all of a sudden I live in, Ventura or Ojai or something, But, do you get bored? I mean, you got a family and stuff, right?
No, I don't really get bored, Dean. I mean, there's plenty of stuff to go and do, and we're within driving distance of Hollywood and all that. The wife and I went to a Disney thing at the Bowl a couple weeks ago.
You can say the Little Mermaid.
Yeah, Little Mermaid.
Yeah, man.
You old salty dude.
I got dragged out to that, but Rebel Wilson was really good. And,
I love her.
I don't know. Yeah.
I love Rebel Wilson. I'm trying to get her on the podcast. She moved to L.A. and she just doesn't answer my tweets, which is a bummer. But Rebel Wilson is fucking funny. There's some, and I talked about it with somebody. Watch her on YouTube. Type in Rebel Wilson rapper and also Rebel Wilson nunchucks. She did some talk show in Australia, which is kind of like a David Letterman show, and she's done it a few times. And each time she goes on, she'll do some talent that she has. And one of them was nunchucks, and this chick was fucking slinging those things, man.
Oh, my God.
It was awesome. I was like, look at this girl. And then she rapped on another one. She was doing push it real good, push it. She did that song, Salt and Pepper. Like, killer, though. Like, she was an early kid rapper, I guess, I love that girl.
Wow.
So
yeah, and her role as Ursula there, she can perform, dude.
Oh yeah.
And, I never realized how big the bowl is. I've done a lot of shows or gone to shows in Santa Barbara, and that's just a tiny little spot.
Santa Barbara Bowl is spectacular.
Yeah, but Hollywood, that was a big bowl. You really gotta put out to reach everybody, and everybody seemed to be having a good time. So
I would love to do comedy in there. It would be so epic,
Speaking of the comedy, Dean, Oxnard's opening up another one of those Levity Live things.
Yeah, yep. I've known about that for about a year. It's actually been ready to go for like 6 months, and they're just waiting on permits. And I guess it's
really?
finally in action. It's going to open up. And it's a beautiful room. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't. I'm trying to steer a little clear of it. I did hear that Bobby Lee's going to be coming up, and I think Joe Coy.
Yeah.
A couple names have already kind of slipped in on a schedule. So my wife and I are both pretty big fans of comedy, and so we're fired up for that room.
That is going to be such a win-win because, you know, there's been over the years, I can't tell you how many times I've done comedy in Ventura at Chinese restaurants and bars and yoga studios and whatever. They always were full and the people were great, the audiences.
Yeah.
So for them to get a legit venue, it's going to be packed and you know that shit that area is getting bigger and bigger. It's crazy, like that whole new mall you guys got up there on the freeway.
The collection.
Yeah. So that, I mean, that place is going to be epic and it's going to be great for people like us because it's only a drive up the, you know, to Ventura.
Right.
It's not like a flight to Oklahoma. So if you're booked there for a weekend, you're not that far from home, which is great.
Yeah. Yeah, we're pretty fired up for it. But hey, Dean, I got to get going, man. I got to get in there. But so happy to get to talk to you, man. I hope you guys have a good show.
Thanks for calling and try to come out to Delray at the El Rey.
Oh, yeah. I was listening to your show with Butch.
Oh, yeah.
And you promoted that it's $10 a ticket, huh?
Yeah, me, Mark Maron, Joey Diaz, and a few other surprises coming. $10, July 19th. That's going to be fire.
Oh, dude, I gotta get after that then.
You should, man. The venue is beautiful.
Yeah.
Thanks for calling, man. Have a good night.
All right, Dean.
All right.
Yeah, take care.
Yeah, man. It's Ventura. It's nice. I sometimes think about like, wow, this is cool. You know, live up here. My buddy lives in Santa Maria. He's the GM for Harley up there. He's got a fucking house for $1,400. It's a 3-bedroom, 3-car garage in this sleepy neighborhood that is just like awesome. And yeah, he's got a good life, man. He just works at Harley. There's no competition. They're the only dealer up there, so you don't have to worry about people going, well, I'm going up the street for a deal, man. You just come in, either they buy it or they don't, and you go home at night and chill at your place. It's like, it sounds good, man. It sounds good. It gets your fucking mind running when you just see, like, every time you go out, crazy people are out there, and you're like, wow, what do I do? You know, do I just want to fucking mellow out? You know, I've been burning it up for the whole 50 years. Do I want to just mellow it out or what? But, you know, I love what I do. I love podcasting. I love comedy. I couldn't imagine not doing that. This is like what I do. But the rest of it's fucking, it beats on you, man. It beats on you. You're just kind of like, fuck, this is like brutal. But that's how it is, you know? You just fucking keep rolling and figure it out and breathe in this welding smell. I can't believe what it smells like outside. It's got to be like, you ever I've been to places and you just think back in your life, like you breathe something in and you go, well, that's got a couple years on me later on, you know?
Yeah.
Like there's fucking cars out there still, like those old diesels, and I'll be on my motorcycle and it's just like, what is coming out of your fucking car, man? I mean, you know, or you go by some old like warehouse. There used to be a chrome shop on Santa Monica Boulevard, and I would eat at Jones all the time. They got the best spaghetti and meatballs in town, Jones. And it's not Jones on 3rd, it's on Santa Monica. There was a chrome shop there, recently just closed, and now they're already building condos. Full fucking condo riser. But I would walk by and I'd forget sometime and just huff in this like radical chemical gas shit. And they worked at night, these guys, like 24/7, they're chrome and shit. You could, the doors were open, you could see the chrome bays and they're just in there. And I was like, well, that got me, you know, whatever that fucking smell was, it got me. And I would forget all the time and just walk by and huff in this fucking crazy shit. I can't believe, you know, I can't believe what what's out there that we don't know about, probably, you know, like secret gases, you know, the sun's burning us up, the food's killing us. It's a dark world, man. Crazy. I do want to talk a little bit more about the Delray at the El Rey. So it's July 19th, and I did one, of course, when I turned 50. I did the Delray at the El Rey with music, and
Which was great.
Yeah, that was killer.
I was there.
Not going to do music at this one because it's a lot of fucking work. A lot of work. And I think that was the downfall of my first couple months of led up to that, man. I just ran the wheels off this fucking machine. My body, you know. It's like, first I got the flu when I was New Year's Eve with Eric Griffin up at San Jose Improv. Then a week later, I go back out on the road with Joey Diaz. I get some kind of bronchial infection, takes out my whole chest, my ears. Then after the fucking Delray at the El Rey, I fuck my neck up somehow. It's finally going away. I couldn't even come last week. But today, or in the last 3 days, I finally feel fucking way better on my neck. And it's funny how the doctors tell you what to do and you just don't do it. So they're like, well, you got to stretch every day for 10 minutes. And I did it for like 3 days and then didn't do it anymore. And my neck never got fucking better. Then I start stretching. I get an ice pack. He said ice it 3 times a day. I got an ice pack. I start stretching. Now it's fucking better. If I would have just listened to him in the beginning, I would have been fixed a month ago. But, you know, I just fucking used to shit just fixing itself over your years of like, oh, yeah, that'll go away, and it doesn't go away. You're like, oh, this can't be like a neck muscle. It's got to be cancer. And I go to Cedars-Sinai. They test me. They go, dude, you're fine. You got like a pulled neck muscle. He said to ice it. Why aren't you icing it? I go, because I'm an idiot. How come you're not stretching? Stretching sounds bogus. You know what I mean? I remember when I had prostatitis, they said, take these 3 vitamins. I go, that's not going to work. And it worked. Let's grab this call. What's going on? You're on the air. Who's calling?
What up, Dean? This is Al from Bellingham, Washington.
Al, how's Bellingham today? I like it up there.
Yeah, it's all right. A little rainy, but, you know, it's Washington. What can you do?
Yeah. My buddy's riding his motorcycle up there right now. Tammy from Faster Pussycat said it's raining.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, raining. It's we've had some weird weather here, man. I've actually enjoyed it. It's been just, they call it June gloom. It's just cloudy and like 65, you know, every day. It's nice.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, I'll take it because I know what's coming around the corner. About a week ago, we had a little preview of 100 degrees, and I'm living in a new place now, and it was my first time in the new place with 100 degrees, and I was like, oh, this is going to be fucked this summer, you know?
Yeah.
That's all I kept thinking.
Mean.
What do you do up there? Have I talked to you before?
Yeah, I called in once before. I work at a T-Mobile.
Oh, that's right. I remember you now, T-Mobile. What's going on with T-Mobile, man?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Hey, today's Tuesday, though. You like Domino's, you can get a free pizza for being a T-Mobile customer.
What? How do you do that?
You gotta download the app T-Mobile Tuesdays. Every week, man. Every Tuesday, it's pretty cool. Every Tuesday, you can get a free medium pizza from Domino's.
For free every Tuesday?
Ticket. Every Tuesday, man.
What the fuck, man? We gotta get that word out to homeless guys.
Too.
And what?
A free movie ticket.
Wow. So you just get the T-Mobile app, download it, and then you just get free pizza every Tuesday?
Yeah, it's called T-Mobile Tuesdays. You gotta check it out, man.
Oh, I'm fucking on that because I know they don't got signal. They might as well have something.
Right, they might as well give you some pizza.
I'll tell you what, man, T-Mobile, they make my fucking blood boil, you know?
Hey, I know I work there.
I cannot believe out every time they say the same bullshit on Twitter. So you'll go, T-Mobile, pretty cool. No fucking signal from the 10 Baker to Vegas. And then they'll tweet right away, we're sorry to hear that. Please DM us. We want to fix this right away. It's like, you're not fixing it. Cell towers is how you fix it. You don't have any fucking towers out here. What are you going to do? Matt? And then they don't offer to, like, lower your bill or anything like, sorry you had a bad weekend. Let us take $20 off your bill. Instead, they're just worried about how to get every customer on the network. Let's do another deal and get more people. More people on this network, the worse it gets. You know?
That's why they're giving out pizza now.
Yeah. It's like, you're just holding something that doesn't work. Fuck it, let's get a pizza. I would, but I don't have signal to fire up the app. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
It's so funny, man. I just saw that Can You Hear Me Now Verizon guy is doing commercials for Sprint now.
Oh, really?
And it opens up, it says, hey, you guys remember me, right? Can you hear me now? Yeah, that's me. But I left Verizon because all the networks are great now. Now it's just all about getting a great deal. And I said, no, all the networks aren't great now. I don't know what the fuck you're lying. You're already lying at the top of the commercial. You're lying right away.
Right.
Sprint is a garbage can. I remember I was going to switch from T-Mobile to Sprint because all I care about is unlimited data. I don't give a fuck about anything else. And so Sprint has unlimited data too. So I tweeted, hey, LA, what's Sprint like in LA? And I can't even tell you, my phone fell apart from all the tweets of, fuck, it's the worst. Don't do it. Get out. Oh, it sucks. It's crazy. You got signal in Bellingham on T-Mobile?
Yeah, until I get outside of Bellingham, and then it goes to shit.
Unbelievable. The place you work at that doesn't. I've been to a T-Mobile dealer where the phones didn't work in the dealer. It was hilarious. They're like, oh, we got to put it on Wi-Fi. And I go, why's that? Because you don't have fucking signal on Ventura Boulevard? Right in fucking L.A.? Unbelievable. Then they try to blame it. Well, it's the buildings. They got really thick walls and iron roof here. Iron roof. Get out of here, man. Cell phones.
Yeah, that's the standard.
Yeah. We're all going to die from those cell phones, man. It's only a matter of 5 more years, and it'd be like, people are falling like flies. You know why? Cell tumors. It's crazy.
I bet that will happen.
Nobody talks on the phone either, so we don't need the unlimited minutes. We only need unlimited data, and once Verizon figured that out, they started charging you for data, and same with AT&T.
Right.
And you get these fucking mystery bills of, oh, you use 7 gigs. Well, who's measuring that? You. You know what I mean? Like, what I do? Get a stick out and go put it in the water and see if there's 2 gallons of data in there? Fuck, I don't know about data. You know? I don't know how to measure it, so you can just say whatever, and you get these mystery bills like back in the day when it was $1 a minute when I first got a cell phone. $1 a minute. It was insane. And then at nighttime, it was like 20 cents a minute. So you didn't want to turn your phone on until like 7. And then if you turned it on by accident, you're like, oh, fuck, $82. Fucking crazy. Cell phones, man. They should all be $30.
That would be a good idea.
Yeah. And those Metro PCS and all those that are like $40 unlimited everything, they don't work. They say, we use the same networks as T-Mobile. Yeah, you do. But you only use 4 of their towers, not 4,000 of them, because they rent towers.
Right.
It's crazy. All right, I ranted on that enough. What are you up to today, dude?
Man, it's just my day off, so right now I'm just chilling. I was just calling in to see. I'm a big Strokes fan. I know you're a Strokes fan too.
Oh God,
you
the
have
Strokes.
A chance to listen to any of their new EP?
God damn, that fucking new Strokes EP is phenomenal.
Yeah, you like it?
I love it. You like it?
It's all right. I mean, I like it, but just the older Strokes is just, I love it so much. It's hard to,
well, what I like about
I
like that first song because it really tries to be Bowie, and I like that about it. The Strokes could put out anything, and I'm going to be on board because they're still doing it. They're still alive. They're the original guys. There's no new dudes. They
all original.
And I'll tell you what I really fucking like is Julian's last solo record, that one with the Voids or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
That record is smoking, man. It is smoking. It sounds like some weird 80s electronica meets early 80s like hip hop. It's just crazy. I love it, and I love the video. It's all homemade. I think that guy's that guy's a genius. I love him, and I can't get enough of him. It's so funny. There was a period of time where it's all I listened to was them and Yeahs,
Right.
But it's an EP.
Did you get a chance to see them play at the? Watch any of the footage of them playing at the Governor's Ball
I did.
2 ago?
Did you watch that?
Yeah, I think they killed it. They still got it live, I think.
You know what I love about that band is they're rich. They were rich before they started. They're rich now. Their parents were rich. They all got money.
Right.
And they had work ethic, which is so unusual for rich kids. You know what I mean? They had work ethic.
Right.
They went and rehearsed. They wrote songs. They toured their ass off for years in Europe to get big. They, then they got on the fucking treadmill and started playing for years. And here they are a couple weeks ago, just destroying New York City, And
they destroyed that.
It's incredible because it seems like they've been around for 20 years, but I think they came out in 2001 or 2. And so, they've been together a long time, but it feels like they've been around forever. They're so seasoned, and that's comes from just playing zillions of gigs, man.
Yeah.
It's great. It's great. I read a great article on Albert. I think it was in Spin or something. I had no idea that he was just a full-blown, junkie out in Woodstock in a fortress, man. They went out there and got
I like some of his solo stuff, too.
Absolutely, man. That last one was great. His last solo record was great.
Yeah.
That's a great band, great chemistry. They brought rock back when rock needed a full kick in the ass. They wore leather jackets and played guitars. And all of a sudden, they come out of nowhere. I was like, well, I remember seeing them the first time, and I was like, oh, fuck, this band is killer. They felt like new Guns N' Roses to me. Not the style or anything, but the attitude and the flavor and the vibe of rock and roll.
Right.
I love their name, and I love Reptilia. What a fucking song. Take it or leave it. I love how they close with that. You take it or leave it, or you take me. It's just like, the show's over. No encore. Fucking great.
Oh, yeah.
I hope they tour.
Yeah, I hope they tour, too.
Yeah. That's cool that you like the Strokes, I know I know there's a lot of people out there that jumped on fair weather fans, like, oh, I love the Strokes, and then years later, it's like Black Crowes. They just don't buy their records anymore. You're like, what do you mean? They're making great records still, man.
Oh yeah, I've loved the Strokes since they came out. I remember just seeing that. I thought the first thing with the Strokes was the look. They just had that look, you know what I mean?
Dude, they had the fucking look, man. They had girls going to rock shows again. Beautiful girls, models and hipsters and mod-looking girls and nerds, And then dudes there that are way into music. It was just great. They had fucking electric guitars. It was killer. Thanks for calling in, man.
Oh, yeah, thanks for taking my call, Dean. You have a good one, man.
Yeah, go ahead and give a fuck you to T-Mobile for us.
All right. I'll keep those candles lit.
Candles lit!
Yeah. All right. Take it easy.
Thank you, man. So funny. So funny. Yeah, Strokes got a new EP out, if you guys don't know. It's just 4 songs, but the first song sounds a lot like David Bowie. It's really cool, and I can tell it's an ode to a shout-out for the missing of David Bowie, and very cool. So check it out if you haven't heard it. Also, I wanted to say, it's funny, a guy was trying to push a band on me on Twitter quite a bit, Black Angels. And I was like, oh yeah, I'll check it out. And then I realized that I fell in love with this band like 5 years ago when I looked at my iTunes. This is what happens. There's so many bands come out, and you get into them, and then you listen to them for a while, and then it's out of sight, out of mind, man. And there's a million bands like that with me because I'll see them at Coachella or say a festival like a Lollapalooza or something, and I'll fall in love with the band, and I'll get their stuff, and then I'll just kind of lose track. So I'm guilty of doing the same thing as a lot of people do, maybe with like the Strokes. They don't know that they put a new record out because their life gets busy and new records come out, and you just, life moves on. But anyway, this band Black Angels, so I put it on again, and I forgot how much I fucking love this band. And let me get the record name for you because it is so killer. And they got a brand new record out, and that's how I kind of, this guy was telling me about it. But it's on, of course, it's on your trusty iTunes. You guys got that yet? Here it is. Phosophene's Dream. Is that how you say that? Phosphene?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, Phosophene's Dream. First of all, I want to play a song off this because it's fucking so fucking good. And get you guys into this. The Black Angels. Really fucking cool. I first heard them, I was in Santa Barbara. I was out there to see a band at Santa Barbara Bowl, and I went into the record store on State Street. They used to have a great record store there. I don't know if it's still there. And this music was playing, and I was like, who the fuck is this? It just sounded like 60s acid rock. This song's called Bad Vibrations. Cool. Sounds like some fucking shit that would be on Easy Rider. You know, when they took the acid and they're just kind of cruising around New Orleans. I could hear that song going on in there, you know, really fucking cool. And then I'll just give you a taste of that new Strokes real quick, just so you guys can, but anyway, that's Black Angels. Check it out. Really, really fucking good. The Strokes. Now my T-Mobile phone doesn't have signal right now. That fucking phone is just unbelievable. Who are you with, Aaron? What company are you with?
AT&T.
Oh. Now,
I got grandfathered into the unlimited data, though.
Oh, yeah. But now, do they try to fucking burn you when you get a new phone? Like, you're going to lose that, because that's what they were doing for a while.
I think they've tried that, but I'm always like, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
And they always are like, okay.
It's so funny, I've been on cell phones for so many fucking years. So when I first started, it was Cellular One out in the Bay Area, which became AT&T later. Pac Bell, I think it was Pac Bell, and then AT&T. And then I was with AT&T, and then all of a sudden they just started raising prices, and And for a long time, they weren't getting like any new phones. It was just BlackBerry only, which was fine. That's all I was using. But it was just fucking ridiculous. So I leave them and go to Verizon, which I absolutely loved. And then I did this corporate gig for T-Mobile, and they go, "Oh, come with us, and we'll give you a killer phone and some great deal on your shit." And I was like, "Oh, all right." And then I switched, and then I go, "Oh, this is horrible." And I tried to go back to Verizon. They go, "Well, no longer offer unlimited data." Oh, I fucking lose it, you know. It's just insane. What a bummer. So I'm just waiting for the day that Verizon goes back to unlimited, you know? And then I'm fucking gone. I don't care because it's the Verizon. I was out on the road with Red Band. We were in the middle of nowhere. And T-Mobile did not work the entire trip. And I'm on a motorcycle. Yeah. So if I get a fucking flat or crash and my phone doesn't work, I'm fucking dead, you know? It's not like, oh, yeah, I'm good, you know?
Well, what's crazy is that when I was in Asia this December, we're out in the middle of nowhere in Myanmar.
Yeah.
Going to this little temple, and there were cell towers the entire way.
Unbelievable,
it's
right?
Like these villagers have a signal.
It's crazy.
But I can go to parts of LA or, yeah, like you said, the desert and have nothing.
The desert is zero. And then...
people live there.
Yeah. It's just crazy. It's crazy. Here's some of the new Strokes here. This just came out last week. Drag Queen is the song. And it's really Bowie-ish. I dig it. Fucking good, this guy. I love it, man. I love it. You get into the Strokes, Aaron?
Never did.
Wow, it's just cool to me. It's funny. I think I love it because it just felt so fucking good. You know, like, oh wow, what is that? You know.
I just never liked the vocals.
Yeah,
how it sounded.
Super
old.
New York.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like New York City cops. Hey, ain't that tough? You know, I like it because it's so burnout. It's like so laid back. It was the opposite of a front man to me. And it was, of course, a lot of Lou Reed and TV, television, and you know, you got some fucking Joy Division in there and all that, which I found through the Strokes because early on and back in the 80s, I wasn't into that stuff at all. I was like, oh, fuck that. Clove smokers, you know, clove smokers. And now I just fucking love them, man. And that's what I love about music. Eventually, you start to like all the music. Hopefully, if you're around long enough, it comes full circle. So if you would have liked all the music right out of the gate at, say, 14 years old, you'd have nothing left to listen to anymore because you'd be like, I've been hearing this shit since I was 14.
Yeah.
But, you know, I slowly discover stuff, even like that whole DC punk thing on Sonic Highways. I was like, oh, God, I'm getting into this. Bad Brains and fucking, you know, all that stuff, man.
I was anti-Zeppelin until like 6 years ago.
Yeah, well, a lot of people were because I think Zeppelin was just crammed down your throat and it was everywhere and you're just like, ugh, I get it. But to me, I was anti-Zeppelin in the 90s I loved Zeppelin on All of My Love and In Through the Outdoor record. But I was just like, Zeppelin. And then I bought a bootleg live in 77 called The Destroyers, live in Cincinnati. And that was it. It was like a fucking shot of drugs in my arm. I listened to that triple disc bootleg for a year straight, and then went down a rabbit hole of Zeppelin that has never ended, and now it's my favorite of all time. I'm going to get out of here. What I'm going to do is put this episode up here, and it's like I said, it's going to have my good friend and amazing human, Jenny, is going to come on here and talk about acting and let you guys know what it's like to work in the business of Hollywood as an actress and what the hell that entails, and escaping Oregon and moving to LA. It's a fucking great story this girl has, and you're going to enjoy it. Follow her on Instagram. Like I said, Jenny J. Wade, Jenny J. Wade, and give her a shout out. Thanks, everybody. Don't forget, I will be 5 nights in Denver, Colorado on June 28th through July 2nd. Bronston Jones is coming with me, and my good friend Steve Henry. We're all going to be out there. And I'll be headlining, and I'm looking forward to that. And then, of course, Toronto, July 22nd, 23rd, and then New York for 2 weeks. Thanks for the calls. Thanks for all the support, and thanks for listening to the Butch Walker episode this week. What a great fucking guy. And get his record August 26th. Butch Walker, Stay Gold. Thank you, guys. Keep the candles lit and keep those reviews going on iTunes. See ya.